right, we are here in North Carolina. North Carolina or South Carolina?
Yeah, we're in North Carolina.
North Carolina sounds good. Galot Motorsports Park. We've never actually raced here. We've tested here a couple times.
Tested here twice, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And went pretty fast here with the turbo car. We've never tested here with the Pro Charger car. But that's where we are this weekend. The guys are back at the car putting some new tires on. It's time. We'll warm it up, then we'll drop the motor oil out of it, put 4 gallons of fresh Maxima 50 weight in it, and then
yeah, it's amazing how much more maintenance you got to do whenever you race as much.
Man, it's every race.
I know. And I feel like we just changed rods in that thing, and then after this race we're going to have to change rods in
yes, because it'll have, after this race, it's going to have 31 passes on it. We're making 8 to 9 more this weekend, so it's getting down to the nitty gritty, as the old saying goes. We got 3 races left. We're in the next 2 races are worth 1.5 points.
Yeah, and I feel worse than I ever have. It's crazy because at this point, I don't only want to do good. Is that the line to get in?
Yeah.
I don't only want to do good. So there's that stress on me. But then there's also the stress of not shit in the bed.
Oh yeah, no, it could go bad.
Because
it could go just as bad as it goes good.
Yes, and we're sitting in 4th place in the Friday night grade 8.
Which is the individual championship.
Yep, and we're sitting number 5 in the invitational. So we can't get knocked out of the grade 8.
No. So, and to stay in the grade 8, you have to do good on the Saturday invitational.
That's right.
So you can't just say, oh, we don't even care about Saturday, because if you lose enough and enough people behind us win enough, we can drop out of the grade 8 real quick and not be in the running for the invitational.
In one race, we could go out first round and people behind us could do well.
Oh, it's the shutdown.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah. Just out in the middle of the day, spraying.
Yep.
So yeah, no, it's more pressure than whenever we didn't win. Because right now we'd just be laughing, going, "Now's our time.
Yeah,
we're gonna do good in the double points. We're gonna sneak in and fuck somebody." Now we're that person that could get fucked.
Well, last year we were, by this time, we knew we were not in the running to do anything, so we were joking around, man, we can fuck some people's days up today. Yep. And now, like you just said, we could be the ones that
get screwed. You know?
So
there's just a lot of pressure. And there's a lot of pressure on all the guys who aren't doing well to step it up now and be able to finish where they're at. Last year, I think Jeff was 7 or 8, and then he went into the double points and ended up finishing the season at number 3.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be that guy that gets bumped out because a couple of bad races, and whenever we've done as well as we have all season.
Fellas.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I appreciate it, brother. So.
Yeah, no, we've put in a bunch of hard work this season, and then we're going to continue to. But anything can happen.
It makes me want to cry. Now's the time that I've been away from home for what? Is this 6 weeks?
Yeah,
6 weeks away from home. I'm getting emotional. We're running out of time to win an invitational.
Yeah.
And even if we didn't, there's gnats everywhere. I broke my ear, and so all the gnats are trying to get to it. I feel it. I feel one inside my ear.
Just in there having a party.
I know. We've done well. We could not win anything else this season, and we still did good. But I still want to win an invitation.
Oh, for sure, for sure. It's weird because the grade 8 this year is the one that matters for the individual championship. But the invitational, man, there's 30 or 31 other bad mofos that you got to fight through to get that win, and it's just, I don't know. There's some prestige to it for sure.
Yes.
And we want 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever. But yeah, we've done good. Sean's killing it behind the wheel. A lot of you guys think he's getting treed out here, and he's not. I'll promise you, he's leaving on a lot of these people. Some people's cars just 60 foot better than ours.
Or they're lighter, and it makes them 60 foot better. And that's just part of it. There's nothing we can do about that.
Yeah.
But it does look like I get left on sometimes, and I even go, damn, man, I got treed. And then you watch the video, and I don't get treed. I got out 60 footed.
Yep.
So.
Yep. So.
It's nerve-wracking.
It is, man. It is. But we'll just keep doing our thing.
Yep.
you don't typically get rattled behind the wheel. You just go up there, you do your own thing. You've got kind of a routine down this year, which I think is fucking cool. Like
it's
you know, but that's
same
that's
thing
what
in
happens.
the car every time.
That's what happens when you get to go rounds. You get to build a routine.
So me, Dave, and Ryan were all talking this morning. We're sitting in his toter talking, and you know, changing the seal on the shitter in there. And Dave walks in, and I'm putting gloves on. He's like, "What are you doing?" Because me and Ryan were both in the bathroom together, putting rubber gloves on.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you know, changing this rubber seal out.
Changing this rubber out.
Yeah. So we started talking about it, and Ryan was like, man, the amount that I learned in the second season of NPK was unbelievable. And I was like, the amount I've learned this season is unbelievable.
Yep.
Getting in the car and making that many passes in something and doing the same thing, we're normally the people who change stuff up so much that you don't have a chance to get a routine.
Right.
Well, we have a routine now.
Yes.
And in the car, I feel like pretty much every pass, I do the same thing every pass. And that's what has kept us consistent this year. Like
Chris Bell put it in pretty good words, our shot guy at Kinetic Engineering, after we won our first grade 8. He said, what was it? Round wins build consistency, consistency builds confidence. And man, that's
there's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it, because we get more and more confident, but we also know that it's tough to run with the cars that set like us but are lighter.
Yes.
So,
yep.
And we can start coming around them a little bit on the big end, but the amount that they're beating me to the 60 foot at,
it's tough to overcome.
It's tough to overcome, and we have these 8 races in a row where
it's been brutal.
You can't really go out and test, and right now we're also in crunch time that is save wear and tear on all your parts, because at some point that's going to kick a lot of people out of competition.
Yep.
Is they're going to break.
Yep.
And we've already seen signs of that last weekend. The first pass, we broke a plug. We broke the gear drive on the Pro Charger.
Yep.
And then the second pass, actually against Daddy Dave, almost at the finish line, I felt the car lay over.
Yeah.
And I kept on thinking, man, he's going to come around me. He's going to come around me. I felt it lay over. You can literally hear the thing sound like it shifted again.
Yep.
Well, and then on the data, it dropped, what, 1,100 RPM?
Yeah,
something like that. And it was because it blew the burst panel.
It had no boost no more.
It had no boost.
So
it still made 30 pounds.
Yeah.
But it wasn't making the 50 plus it was supposed to.
So you know, to touch on that, like you said, parts are starting to get some runs on them. You know, like that pass we blew the burst panel. It had 77 passes on it. Turns out you're supposed to change them to 50. We didn't know, because we've always doubled them up. We never blown one.
We've never had a burst panel, guys. It was just a burst panel.
I was talking to Brandon on the phone, and I told him that. I said, you know, we've always doubled these things up. We never blown one. I said, because we're stupid. He just started laughing.
Yeah, and it didn't surprise him.
No, he wasn't surprised. Not at this point. No. If he is, that's on him.
Yeah, he probably just thought, what?
Yeah, they'll just give anybody money.
Yeah. So with that being said, we've only had a couple of intakes. The NPK car was the first intake that we ever had that even had that burst panel on it.
The MH5 and the OG, but we don't run no boost.
Yeah, but I'm talking about years ago.
Oh, yes.
Whenever we got our first one was in this NPK car.
Yes, for sure.
And we were like, what do we need this for?
Yep.
And so we pulled it apart, stacked 2 on top of each other, and I've backfired it every once in a while, or we call it blower surge, or turbo surge.
Yep.
Out the turbos.
They go, whoosh,
and people will be like, did you blow the burst panel? Nah.
No chance.
That's not possible. That is not possible. Because we always double them up.
Yep.
So, and now we do not, and that's like a pop can.
Yep.
So under pressure, it tries to expand.
Yeah.
And at some point, you got to change them, I guess. 50.
Yeah, because like a pop can, if you bend that thing enough, it'll break. Yeah. So, you know, Brandon had me check over everything. All the lash was good.
Yeah,
there wasn't nothing abnormal in the data.
And in the car, I didn't feel any kind of backfire, no kind of nothing. It didn't rattle the engine.
Yep.
No more than it rattles sitting there idling.
Yeah,
you know? So, and everything seemed okay. So we just put another one in it, went and made another pass, and everything was fine.
Yep. So we're here at Galot. Have you been on this track yet today?
No.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Is
Let's
it?
go up here and look at
Okay,
it.
good.
Here, we'll drive up here.
Yeah.
There's a bald spot in this lane, but man, it won't matter.
I felt like I looked at it yesterday, and I felt like it's going to get good real quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's got that fuzzy look to it, you know what I mean? Because they just had a pro mod race here last weekend. So, but you see that there. You know, there's the bald spot, but we'll go right over the top of that and then push on to the side of it. And we'll never even get any effect from it. This side over here doesn't have the bald spot, and all the way down it's good. So I think we'll be all right. I think we'll go pretty fast.
What are they doing to the tree?
They're doing the thing.
They're doing the thing to the tree that they do?
Yeah.
Why's he got tape? Like they're just taping them bulbs up.
Is that what they're doing?
I don't know.
No.
He's got tape.
So what else is going on with the car? I think we've pretty much touched on everything. We broke a couple spark plugs last weekend. That's our fault. But we got some tips from the NGK lady that we don't need to do the fix on a certain plug anymore. She gave me the numbers to look for, so we should be good.
Have we ran that at all?
We did last pass.
We did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was going to say, if not, let's do it on our test pass today.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do it then too.
I also believe that we need to take a little bit out of that pecker extender. And then let's put it back on.
Yes,
because if I have a close race and I can stab the brakes and get the front end down, then we need to try that. So I say we go over there right now, and then while I'm signing autographs and stuff, you put it on the car, measure it, and then take, I don't know, like a 1/4 inch out maybe?
Yeah. Yeah. You'll stop this golf cart.
Did you guys think I was rotating it?
I thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this place is nice. They go real fast here. They test here a lot.
Yes.
A lot of people test here.
And when looks like whenever they glue the whole
Yes, yes.
Look at this.
So even if you get out of the groove a little bit, you're gonna be all right. Swan gang.
Oh, hear it?
Yeah, holy crap. That sun's coming out and it's activating what glue's left.
Yeah.
So, 4th in grade 8, which is the individual championship. 5th in the invitational, which is basically adds up for team points. We're 4th or 5th in team right now. Which one? I think
4th.
Okay, 4th, right behind
Ryan. So it's Ryan, Kai's winning, Dave's second, and then Ryan's right behind Dave.
Yeah, there's like 10 points that separate, and then we're like 100 behind.
Man, dude, yeah, because Ryan killed it last week.
Yes.
He had 5 in, and then he took Robin out first round, so then they had 4 in for the next like 2 or 3 rounds.
He had 2 in the semifinals.
Yep.
So, and then one guy won it.
That's right.
So.
Yeah, he's a new guy.
And then Kai had 2 in the semis also, which was him and Damon.
Yep. Him and his new guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out they made some good buys last week.
Yep.
So, but that is where we are. Give you the rundown here of what we got going on, where the car's at, where we're at. We'll go back over here, finish getting it ready, and we'll fire it up, warm it up here, and I'm gonna change the oil in the motor before we get going today.
Also, I'm gonna throw this out there. Today is the day I do whatever it takes to get Scott Taylor on my team.
Man, so I seen some, oh yeah, I know where it was. The kid who does all the videos about how we're getting shut down and everything. He said that you and Scott Taylor are mortal enemies, and everyone had to correct him in the comments saying that y'all got
Oh, really? He
now
said that?
after.
No, I like Scott. Me and Scott are tight.
Scott's a good dude, man.
Yeah. I've told everybody for years, man, he's just a good guy.
Yep.
So we're going to do whatever we can. I think Scott is, I think he's fixing to turn his program around. He's been struggling a little bit this year.
But people tend to think Scott gonna be all right.
Yep. So where is the scales?
They're right down here. See that building?
Oh, it says scales. It says scales really big on it.
Yep. So that one, we'll stop there on the way back, 3 or 4 times a night.
Yeah, that'd be nice. We just need to not draw Nate and not draw Jesus, man. It doesn't really matter. There's no good draws But there's some that are better than others. We don't want to draw Ryan, and we
some
don't
that
want
we
to draw
have a better
Nate.
record against,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Preferably not a F4 136 car.
Yeah, preferably. So we'll let you all know how it goes, and we'll turn this thing back on when we start racing.
Yep.
So, Galot's over. It's time to refresh the motor. 28 passes on this thing. Man, they rack up quick when you go rounds. Last year, we'd make 2 or 3 test passes and then, you know, 1 round of eliminations. So we didn't have to rebuild the motor very much.
Yeah.
This year.
One round of eliminations. Yep.
This year.
Always made it in.
Yeah, always made it in. This year, you know, going to the final round, stuff's happening quick. So decided Proline was on the way. We figured, you know, me and Sean have done this by ourselves every time, but wouldn't hurt to have some guidance from some professionals.
Well, we're still going to do it, but we're not. I mean, just because we've done this ourselves a few times doesn't mean we're doing it right.
Yeah.
Just like I put this on here. That doesn't mean that it's right because it fit on here.
Yeah. It's right now, though.
Yeah. So there's a couple of things that I'm not certain about. I'm certain about the way I hone cylinders. Is that the way that Proline hones them? I don't know.
Yeah.
80, how many passes on this complete combo?
There's 84 passes right now. Basically everything, like the head castings or the head chunks of head, the crankshaft, and the main bearings all have 84 passes on them.
So,
and the rockers.
The main bearings is what I'm concerned with. And the guy over here, that this is what he does for a living. Like, they pulled Nate's car in here and he's changing the rods on it. He said, how many? And I was like, it's got 84 passes on the main bearings. And he goes, and he went, like,
is that wrong?
I was like, oh, that's why we're here, man.
Yep.
Like, I mean, you pulled them out in Vegas. They looked fine.
Yeah, then put them back in and everything's been fine since.
There was maybe a little bit of wear on the thrust, but you know, it is what it is. And
there's the oil filter's still been clean. Nothing to be
concerned. The little oil filter, it won't hold much anyway.
Yeah, this little guy. My fuel filter on my street truck is bigger than that thing.
Doug, if the Doug comes over here and sees that, he's going to be upset.
Yeah, he is, because he told me to get it off.
He also said, find somewhere else to lose 7 pounds.
Yep. He did say that. He did say that.
But the problem with losing weight, it's like making money. It's never enough.
No.
Doesn't matter what you do. Like, I lost 30 pounds since the beginning of this season. We lost, what, 30 or so on the car?
Between the wiring, the oil filter setup, the wing, and just little stuff here and there.
It's really tough because the way to lose weight is wintertime on your car.
Yeah.
You can't do that while you're racing during the season. So we didn't think we were going to need to lose weight. We thought this thing was going to come in, we were going to have to add about 100 pounds to the trunk.
Yep.
Turns out we didn't. We added 25 pounds to the trunk. That's it. So I could probably lose some more weight, but there's 2 races left of the season.
Yeah.
Or actually, they added 2 more. So
yeah,
but anyways,
the actual season is two left.
Yes, and we need to do well. We need to do well in the grade 8. If we do well in the grade 8 this weekend, we need to win one of the next 2 grade 8s. And if we do that, I think we can take the championship.
Yeah, I mean, we came into this season just hoping to finish in the top 10. That was kind of the goal, because we didn't do very well last season at all. We just didn't.
Season before.
We did better the season before. Yeah. Last season sucked.
Yeah, even though we felt like we got our shit together.
Yeah, but this season the goal was top 10, and now, you know, we have a legitimate shot to...
There's only like 6 people that can still win. In contingency.
Yeah.
For
contention.
Contingency. Yeah, you're right. And we're one of them.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
And honestly, we have, you know, assuming we don't trip ourselves up, we have one of the better shots of making it happen.
I agree.
We got 30.5 points. Kai's sitting at 50.
And we've done it.
Yes.
All we need to do is win one more race, and we're going to be almost tied with Kai, but Kai's got to go out too.
If we were to win the next race, that would give us 15 points. That would put us at 45.5 points. 5 behind Kai, assuming Kai goes out first round again.
And which he has been doing really well at that.
He has been. You would think statistically he would pick it up.
But we know, we've been there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's tough to say things like, oh, Kai's shit in the bed. I'm not going to be that guy that says things like that, because
shit happens.
Dude, racing is the most humbling sport ever. And one day you're on top, the next day you're going out first round every race. Like Swanstrom's having a rough time at it too.
Yep.
You know, and it just it makes me. It doesn't make me smile, but it makes me realize that everybody has those problems.
Oh, for sure.
We just had them longer than most.
Yeah.
Man, we've came together. We do have one of the greatest tuners, but everything else, man, we made happen.
Yep.
Like our whole program, the maintenance that you've been doing to the car, and I'm not saying that I'm the greatest out there, but I've been doing all right driving.
You've been killing
it
behind
cutting
the wheel.
Lights, even though I've still seen that, you know, I got treed.
No, you just get out 60-footed.
Yeah. So our program has been on point this year.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about it.
Yep.
So,
It's been a good year for sure. It just has. You know, you guys have seen the results.
Cold and these bitches is tight. All of them. Even the ones that are supposed to be loose right now are not loose.
Yeah. Which is weird. If they were colder, they should be loose. When they get real hot, they get tight. No, you're right.
Yeah, they get. Yeah,
you're right.
I mean, you know, you're still a work in progress.
Yeah.
I went. But everything's been great. I do feel like we've gotten lucky because there's other people out there that do the same amount of maintenance that we do that have had bigger parts failures than what we have.
Yep.
We literally have not broke up that much stuff, and thankfully.
Nothing that we couldn't fix in between rounds. You know, we've broke a blower on a pass a couple times that we were able to fix in between rounds. Yep. We broke the blower drive.
And luckily, it's only happened. We broke a blower.
We broke 2 blowers and a gear drive.
Were we racing Scott Taylor one time when we broke a blower? It touched down at the big end?
The first one.
Yes, that's the first one. And then we blew the burst panel against Dave.
Well, and then we blew the blower up first round of the Grade 8 in Vegas. Or, I'm sorry, before the final round, we blew a blower up.
Okay, and then we broke the gear drive just test pass against Lutz.
Yes. Yes.
I've seen all the videos and everybody was like, Lutz got his car on kill, you know, and he took off and he just drove out of our lives. Yeah. And I was like, his car did make a good pass, but we also did not.
Right. Yep. So, man, we've said though in the past years, it's probably off, and that one won't tighten up. So. What's
probably off?
The car.
I just turned it on.
The inside switch. I always turn them both off.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Right on. See, I don't even know anything about the car.
Just redundancy. I don't want to see this thing burned down in the trailer. So yes, we've said in the past we need just a little bit of not only luck but good luck. And man, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care how much you prepare, how much you think you're ready. Man, you still need a little bit of luck.
No doubt.
A little bit of good luck.
No doubt.
Like that's just the way it is. So. But that's where we are. We're at Proline. We're going to tear this thing down, put new rods and pistons in it, have them check everything out that we've been maintaining over the year, make sure we haven't missed something that's about to bite us, and slam it back together and head to Alabama. All right. So we got all 8 pistons out. You want to show the bad?
Oh, we don't.
Oh. Well, I'll lay a picture over this. Y'all see this bad piston here. Not bad, just broke.
Yeah, broke. It was broke.
Yeah, so number 4 had a little chunk taken out of it. Everything else looked good, though. We changed the mains. They all look good. All the rod bearings look good. So, rod bearings look good. Main bearings look good. Obviously, since we had the mains off, we went ahead and put new bearings in, even though they look good.
All new mains. So right now, everything on this thing should be like 100% fresh.
Yes.
The only thing that isn't is the castings.
And the crankshaft.
Yeah, and the cam.
Yeah.
Lifters are new.
Yep.
Every bearing in the motor is new. New valve job. All new valves. All new springs.
Yeah.
Obviously, all new retainers.
Yeah.
All new locks.
Yeah. So here's our box of bad parts. I mean, they literally say bad on them. Even the spark plugs are bad, I guess. Bad.
And then these are all bad.
Them are bad.
These are PSIs.
Yes.
I'm guessing that these are bad. But whatever.
Yep. Yep. Whatever.
I mean, we've had pretty good luck, and I'm fortunate. I feel like we've gotten lucky.
Oh, for sure.
Compared to what a lot of other people went through, like even Bowman over there, dude. Yeah. He had some bad luck.
Yeah, he did.
What did he only get, like 15, 20 runs out of one of his MH7s?
Yeah. And it was like you still had to race, so he had to come buy another MH7.
That, he had to buy another one. Yeah. There was. So I feel fortunate that we have had. I mean, I don't know if it's luck. We've stayed on top of maintenance pretty well. Yeah. Like your maintenance program has went from, you know, what it was 3 years ago, nothing.
Yeah.
to now.
Yeah.
So it's
100%. Like even with the maintenance that I've done, you know, I feel like I've done a good job. But even with that, man, like there was some stuff in here that could have went bad real quick. So
the starter. Solenoid was falling off the starter. That would have cost us a race up at the line.
Oh man!
Nothing worse than losing at the starting line because the car won't start.
Yep.
But you know that's why we go over these things. And like we talked about yesterday, little things, you know, wearable items that can screw you, especially whenever you race every weekend.
Yeah. Like literally every single weekend. By the time we get home, we'll have been on the road for 2 months straight. 2 months, man.
I know. Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go home.
Yep.
Like it's 9:30 right now. I didn't want to get up this early. We got up at 7 yesterday morning.
Yeah.
To be out here by 8 to start putting this together. So we come in here this morning. There's certain brands of springs that we love. And there's certain brands of springs that that we used to love.
Yeah.
And the ones that we don't really like were on the heads. So they are taking them off right now. Sucks that we have to come in here and, ask them to put the other springs on it. But it's either change them now or you're going to change them
in
later.
Between rounds,
yeah.
you know. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you've seen the broken springs that we had a couple races ago, and man, it was just one after another. You know, if it was one every 10 passes or so, it would be bad. But man, it was literally come back and
every pass you were changing one.
Yeah. So
and there's other things to be doing in between rounds, and anybody that's been to any of these NPK races will understand that if your favorite driver is not out signing, chances are they're going rounds. And as soon as you get out of the car, within 10-15 minutes, you're having a driver's meeting. Mm-hmm. As soon as the driver's meeting's over, this last weekend we got 30 minutes.
Yes.
30 minutes in between to get your car wrapped up, get your tune-ups done, any kind of maintenance or anything in between. Not even maintenance, just what it takes to cool the car off, pack the parachutes, do all that stuff in between rounds. And if you don't have a lot of crew guys, some of them races are doing it themselves out there.
Yeah.
Luckily, I got you, Ben, and Billy.
Yep.
And you guys have been knocking it out of the park on turning the car around. But, sometimes if your favorite driver, you think that, you can't get to them all weekend.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes you got to wait until after the race is over. And then most of the drivers will stand out there and sign, unless the race is over and all the drunks come down from the stands.
Yep.
And then chances are you're not going to see me.
No, they ruin it for everybody.
I'm over it after that.
Yep.
I've been out there all day. I don't want to hear you being drunk saying, "Man, I came over here all day long and you wasn't out here."
Yeah. Or you cut me off 4 times.
Yeah.
So
it's not possible.
But besides our normal in between round stuff, which mainly consists of cooling the car down. Once the car's up and cooling down, and we got the data out and sent, I go through, I run the valves or check and make sure everything's good there. But then on top of that kind of stuff, we're having to check for cracks and stuff in our zoomies and our cold pipe, because all this stuff has
all the time now.
Well, like the Pro Charger is amazing. It's allowed us to go rounds, and I think you've got 30 round wins this year. I read on the internet last night, which is pretty good. But we've got 80 passes on this car total, or this combination total. So that's taken a toll on the stainless zoomies, which they were back purged for you people that are going to say, we should have back purged them. They were. they're just breaking now. Our intake tube, a couple races ago, the blow-off valves were about to fall off. There's a center in here. It doesn't feel like it's cracked right now, but I'm going to check it out anyways. There's a center in there that's been cracking out. Our sniffer tube for the O2 has been cracking out. It's just, you know, and the Zimmies probably isn't a big deal to be cracked, but eventually it will be a big deal and a tube will fall off.
Yeah. Well, and it's also little dumb things like, and this is just hearsay, but I heard that Larson lost a throttle blade. He lost everything on these things rattle, so everything you have to check, and that's what all these marks are for, where you can visually see and make sure that these things are tight. So I heard that Larson's motor swallowed one of his throttle blades. That's not something you just think about checking in between rounds, is throttle blades.
No.
Well, I don't even see how it went in there and hurt anything. You think it would have just fell off.
You would think so, but man, look at the size of that intake runner.
Yeah, but that throttle.
No, it's huge. It's 100. I think they're 105 or 106 each.
So, anyways, we ended up having this off a couple weekends ago, and I checked, and we had a loose throttle blade.
Man, that will suck.
That is things now that you pull all this apart, reach in here, and just check the throttle blades.
Yeah, I mean, it takes 5 minutes.
It's everything.
It takes 5 minutes to get this pipe off and just click up in there.
Stick your hand up in there.
It's worth it, you know. Like
it's just there's so many. There's just countless things that rattle and vibrate loose on this car. Just like in Australia, these right here.
Yep, the bump.
So these bump buttons right here that we roll the motor over to check, it vibrated loose and ended up starting the car while I was on a pass, and it tore the starter up.
Yep.
So it's just stupid things like that.
If you'll remember, just a few seconds ago in the video, we told you check this pipe. Didn't feel like it was broken.
Okay, so don't look at all the welds that we have covered up.
Upon visual inspection, blow valve's about to fall off again.
Like it's.
Well, so it's got the doubler on it, right?
That's why it didn't lose no boost.
It's the doubler that's fixing to fall off.
Yeah, it's about to rip it off.
Still, it's not good.
It's still, I can still see through there.
So the gap, so you can look in there and there's a gap, and that gap is bigger than it was.
Well, yes.
So, luckily we're here at Proline, and they keep these things in stock. It's a standard thing. Yeah, if I'd have known that, I'd have asked for one as soon as it broke the first time. Yep. So we'll swap the blow-off valves around.
Replacement.
I like it because it's not powder coated,
and we can see cracks better.
Yep.
2 races left. He said that they've ran that one all season.
Wow.
All season it looks that good. There still looks brand new. I like this better without the powder coat anyways.
Same. So get these blow-off valves swapped around, put a new coupler on it. Well, actually, I'm going to pull the whole blower off because there's also some more loose stuff back here. If you'll remember, in Michigan, we replaced all those bolts on this hub right here, and now there's some that are loose. So pull the blower and the drive off, tighten those back up, and we'll throw this deal back together. All right, we got her fired up. Everything's good. Throughout the whole season, we've actually had an issue with leaking a little bit of oil into the number 7 spark plug tube. Their engine guys come over, fix that deal up for us, and I don't know. I think we got the okay to go send it.
Got to be better than what it was.
Yeah.
Like if you'd asked me before we got here how everything was,
it's only got 30 runs on it.
Yeah, everything's good. It was not.
It was not okay, dude. But it is now. So we are going to load this rig up. Go eat some good dinner with Fuel Tech, and then head to Steele, Alabama for the first of the last 2 races to go. Sean's over here weighing himself again. Good? It's late at night, man. Or did you lose more?
I didn't lose more. I'm 8 pounds heavier than I was this morning.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, but I had a hoodie on and all kinds of stuff, and I was 250 even. 258 now.
Is that pizza?
I did have some pizza today, but not enough. I'm hungry.
Yeah. So I'm gonna push this deal out,
Got Nate's all done up too.
Yep, Nate, Kayla was here.
Yeah.
Dave's over there dynoing his car.
Yep. We'll see if we can't sneak over there and see the, you know, the high numbers that Dave's car puts down.
Yeah.
All right, get in this rig. I'll push you, and then I'll just coast down. We'll put the front end on it, then we'll fire it up and drive it in like a real car.
Yeah, like a street car. This thing's a street car.
Yeah, don't say that. People are gonna be going, I don't know how you can say it's a street car.
Yep. Pushing that street car in the trailer.
Like, we don't want to do it. But...
Nice and cozy.
Oh, it's got no other option but to be cozy in here. It really sucks racing out of this trailer.
It just sucks, man, because this trailer was one of the nicest ones you've ever had when you first got it.
It still is.
Yeah.
And it still has its place, just not for 8 weeks on the road with everything that it takes to race this car.
Yeah.
This is a pull the car, this is a 55 Chevy trailer. Something that I could have drove the car to the race.
Yeah.
We're barely going to work on it, if anything. Like,
this just keeps the car out of the
weather. If something happens to it, we go, oh man, well, hey, we tried, and then we go home for the weekend.
It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, it's not for actually racing out of. It's for transportation.
Yes. Yes. Cargo trailer.
It is a cargo trailer. And with this on it, we can't even haul the dump.
No, that's why I had to buy that other one. Oh well, we're making it happen though. Like,
still smell oil though.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's just, you know, in the. It puffed a little bit on that side, but I'm guessing that's all that shit from that in that tube.
Yeah.
And plus, you know, I mean, they're probably gonna smoke a little bit. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Nah.
Okay, let's strap this baby down, and I'm done working on it.
Yep.